Most young adults from the countryside along the middle reach of the Yellow River have relocated to urban areas to seek opportunities.
I found I could no longer adapt to the life at home.
But one young man chose to return and stay.
The river and lowest plateau are my gold mine. It's not just any body of flowing water. It's the river with much history and spirit.
Follow us to Chico and meet a self-taught artist who has been dedicating his life to painting the Yellow River and the lowest plateau, capturing their changing landscapes over the years. Stay tuned for episode 8 of our 12-part series, The Yellow River Mosaic, a young artist's endless inspiration.
September the 29th, 2021, at Chico, a terraced hillside town on the east bank of the Yellow River, along its middle reach. Zhang Xufeng has returned to his hometown by the Yellow River after working in the city for a few years. A self-taught painter, Zhang has been devoted to painting the landscape of the Yellow River and lowest plateau, which in his own words have inspired and empowered him to hold on to his career. Before wrapping up our tour of the middle reaches of the Yellow River, we visited him at Chico, where the river narrows and becomes shallow at a right-angled bend. The slim young man travels along the Yellow River and on the lowest plateau on his scooter. He paints wherever he visits and under all weather conditions, be it in heavy snow on the plateau or under the blistering sun by the river.
The lowest plateau is just so noble and elegant. I can truly feel its original simplicity and natural grace. When the sun shines in winter, you are so stunned by the bright radiance on the plateau that you are afraid to disturb it, even with your breath. You are so humbled by its breathtaking beauty that you feel you could only steal a glance at it and revel in its power in secret. The Yellow River is equally graceful. It has been flowing timelessly for millions of years, no matter what happens.
The 39-year-old man with a goatee and crew cut chatted with us in his studio at Chico. On the table in front of him are a myriad of tubes of oil paints of various colors. The surrounding walls are all decorated with his landscape paintings. His eyes sparkled when he spoke of the place where he was born. Zhang Xufeng calls his workshop Huang Tu Ren Studio, or Studio of the Lowest Resident. He said he had no relevant academic background and started his painting career by accident.
I've been fond of drawing since I was a child. I started professional painting around the year of 2000 when a few artists visited my hometown. I picked up their leftover oils to paint, and one of them said, "This guy has a good sense of color." His compliment significantly boosted my confidence. I then followed their instruction and studied how to paint for a month.
At that time, Zhang Xufeng was working odd jobs in the city. He continued to paint in his spare time. He returned to his hometown and opened a workshop in 2006, when Chico had begun to develop rural tourism.
I had done many jobs in the past. I've been a waiter, a construction worker. I did whatever work I was offered as long as I could make a living. Back home, I have the chance to meet and learn from artists who come to Chico to paint or sketch.
Chico used to be a busy commercial center in ancient times. The place is renowned for its heritage of a great stock of ancient cave-dwelling complexes hundreds of years old. For many artists, it's a destination not to miss.
At first, I made sculptures for a living and didn't want others to see my landscape paintings out of embarrassment. Gradually, my works won recognition from visitors, including many foreign tourists. My first sold painting was bought by a French. I walk by the Yellow River over and over again, and spot something new with each visit. The river and lowest plateau are my gold mine.
Zhang said he started painting the Yellow River landscape 9 years after he returned to his hometown.
I was afraid that I was not up to painting such a great river. It's not just any body of flowing water. It's the river with much history and spirit. As I gradually learned more about it, I thought I was getting ready to present it through painting.
He has painted the Yellow River at different locations and in all 4 seasons. In one of the paintings, the water runs especially muddy, illustrating the muddy flow, as the Yellow River is referred to in Chinese poems. In another, it's deep blue with glowing white waves. In still another picture, the river glitters as the golden setting sun shines on it. In yet another one, it's frozen and chunks of ice look like they are trying to break away from the picture frame.
In his eyes, this is not a river simply for transportation or other purposes. It's where people have placed their hope and faith. After all, they have lived by the river for generations.
Wu Shunan, Zhang Xufeng's girlfriend, was enthralled by Zhang's passion for painting when she was still an art student and first visited his workshop in Chico several years ago.
He always loses himself in painting. Once he shut himself in the room and worked for hours without turning on the air conditioner. When I entered the room, he was sweating all over. It felt like we were in a sauna house.
Zhang said his workshop is a place to exchange ideas with visitors who are interested in art. There he has the chance to speak to artists from China and other countries such as Italy and Russia.
Money is important, of course, but sometimes it can sort of block you from improving your skills and growing as an artist. I used to cater to the customers' tastes when I painted. I don't do that anymore. Though some visitors had offered me good prices for some of my works, I refused to copy those I had painted earlier.
Zhang said the longer he stays on this land, the more artistic inspiration he gets.
I don't know how to put it. It's like I'm a dog wandering in wilderness. Where am I off to? I don't know. But something tempts me to go forward. I don't know what it is. For now, I just want to learn more, paint more, and grow better as an artist.
At the time when the majority of young people have moved away from their rural homes, Zhang Xufeng is a rare exception for returning to his hometown to stay in touch with the Yellow River and the Lowest Plateau. Most of his peers whom we spoke to, however, have decided not to return to the countryside, at least for now.
For now, I have to work in the city because I can't find a job at home where I can use what I have learned in college.
I found I could no longer adapt to the life at home. I've gotten used to the lifestyle in the city.
Tourism development in the vicinity of Chikou has given 38-year-old Liu Guojun an opportunity to work as a local tour guide. However, he said 90% of the young people have sought to make a living in urban areas.
As a matter of fact, they don't have a lot of choices in terms of their work in the city, but farming at home is definitely not an option for them. People born before the 1990s may have some basic knowledge about farming, but the following generations know little about it. Even if they come back and help with farm work, the produce they reap after months of hard work might not sell as much as their income for one day in the city.
Liu Guojun believes the world is changing fast, and those who chose to stay in the countryside like himself is falling behind.
Transportation here is not well developed, and we live in a relatively secluded world, with limited access to information about the outside world. Back at his Huangturen studio before we bade farewell, our young artist Zhang Xufeng said he might have to leave Chikou one day if he cannot afford the rent for his studio anymore. But they would definitely move to a place with a view of the Yellow River, he emphasized.